But there it is. That's a Wimpy burger. That was Britain's answer to McDonald's. They're trying to compete with McDonald's by introducing a Wimpy. They served you fast food on a plate, I believe. I've not been in a Wimpy burger since I was very, very young. Most of them are gone, but there's still one here, so I've got to go in.
Despite its association with the UK, Wimpy was founded in 1934 as Wimpy Grills in Bloomington, Indiana by Edward Gold, although the restaurant became more associated with the city of Chicago. At its height, Wimpy Grills had a maximum of 25 locations in the US, but by 1977, only 7 of those locations remained. The brand died in the US along with its creator in the same year. Wimpy made its name in the UK in the 1950s, when the rights to the name was bought by J. Lyons & Co. Yes, that J. Lyons & Co. And they opened the first Wimpy bar on Coventry Street, London. Serving fast food within the corner house restaurant, Wimpy's fame grew and they rapidly established individual restaurants serving hamburger-based meals. Today, over 60 years later, Wimpy UK is an iconic British brand, satisfying hundreds of hungry fans across the United Kingdom. Now, fast food was new to the UK, so Washington Post writer Art Buchwald wrote about this new hamburger parlour in London and about the influence of American culture on the British. Food served at the table within 10 minutes of ordering and with atomic age efficiency. No cutlery needed or given. Drinks served in a bottle with a straw. Condiments in pre-packaged single-serving packets. It sounds pretty good, right? That is until McDonald's came. In July 1977, the business was acquired by United Biscuits. By the end of the 1980s, Wimpy was beginning to lose ground to McDonald's, which had opened its first restaurant in the country in 1974. And so, the new management of Wimpy began to streamline the business, converting some of the traditional table service restaurants to counter service. Yes, you heard right. Table service. Look, here I am, waiting at a table for my fast food. Wimpy was sold again to a company called Grand Metropolitan, who also owned none other than Burger King. At the time of the sale, there were 381 Wimpy locations in the UK, but Grand Metropolitan thought those counter-service Wimpys that I mentioned earlier would be better off being Burger Kings, so many of them were converted, and the number of Wimpys in the UK went down. These days, there are only about 80 Wimpys left, many of them in seaside locations like Felixstowe, where I filmed this video, Clacton-on-Sea, Porthcawl, and Breen Leisure Park, which is actually where I tasted my first Wimpy back in 2006. There was a Doctor Who convention being held at the park. I went there for lunch, and I remember not really liking it. Has anything changed? Let's find out.
So as for fast food, this took ages. I got chips and chicken chunks, which I think is what they call nuggets. The chips are fine. Interesting little tidbit about Wimpy. It's a sit-down place where you sit down and a waiter comes and asks you for your order, and then they bring it over to you on a plate. Unless you want to take it away like I did, then you go up to the counter, but like, it's supposed to be a fast food place. It's a place that confuses me. I'm going to try the chicken chunk. Yep, it's a cheap chicken nugget. And this meal wasn't cheap. 3 out of 10.